What up, guys? How goes with it? Thursday night? Like old times. We used to have Thursday night streams. What's up? Nick Oxenford, Mad Moose, Jeff Pot, Tyler, Bondad, Angel Killer, here's Johnny, Alligator Gar, what's up, guys? How y'all doing? We'll let some people filter in here before we start. What's up, Elaine? How you doing? You just killed a sandwich? What kind? I still can't believe he watched 3 to 4 videos of Elmo being burned alive in hell. Yeah, that was something, wasn't it? Yeah, Elmo burning alive is fucking creepy. But it's also hilarious. We're going to start out with Slapped Ham today, and then we're probably going to go on and do top 5. Dark top 5 or whatever it's called. Hey, cut it out over there. What's my favorite Iron Man suit? I'd probably say, honestly, the last one. Shut up. The last one from Endgame. Mark 52, is it, or whatever it is. That one's my. I think that's the most badass looking, in my opinion. What's up, Serena K? Lava, what's up, buddy? God, I keep saying buddy. I need to stop saying fucking buddy. It sounds so weird. I would hate if someone called me buddy. I don't know why I'm even saying it. I keep saying buddy. Something an old man would say or something. What's up, buddy? Buddy. What's up, Sean? Lupus, hey buddy. What's up, buddy? Cypher, potato. Welcome. Buddy is endearing. You do not call Lava buddy. If you call Lava buddy, I would be disrespected if my girl called me buddy. Hey, what's up, buddy? You do not say that. You know, that suit looks like the comic. Well, they all look like, I mean, to a degree, the comic. But yeah, that was like the original paint job for the comic book. Come here, little bud. Oh my god. I'd freak out if my girlfriend called me buddy or bud. Or bro or dude. No, what you need to say is, hey, what's up, guy? What's up, guy? I'm like, fuck no. My girlfriend right now is just like, she's annoying me so much, so I had to send her off so I could do the stream. Yeah, I don't even know her yet, but god, she's annoying. We'll let a few more people join in before we start. I think we're gonna start. We're gonna do Slapped Ham just because I don't really want want to, but we're gonna do it. But after that, we have Dark 5. I don't know. I'm gonna check his recent videos. I liked the one where Mommy's in the trees. That was a good video. Mommy is in the trees. But and the I wonder if what we could do is Men in Black sightings. I wonder if we can do that. You're thinking of doing a little video so everyone can see what you look like? Hey, you should, Elaine. Wouldn't hurt at all. Not seen any videos for Men in Black. I like Men in Black, like not the movie, obviously. The actual Men in Black. They're fucking creepy. Did you guys hear that? Which I need to look up. The Annabelle doll was stolen, or was that fake? Was that like an actual thing? The Annabelle doll, like the real Annabelle doll. Which I've been doing a lot of like just watching videos and history on that doll. There was apparently like that doll, for you guys don't know, like if you guys ever seen the Annabelle movie, I'll pull up a picture of it. Oh, the Annabelle movie was so fucking scary, and I don't get scared. It was pretty fucking scary. Okay, this says it did not escape. I don't know. I saw Twitter. It was trending on Twitter. Or they said it escaped. Whatever that means. Fake, yeah, okay. But anyways, I was reading, actually, let me read what I know you guys probably all know what it is. It's probably the most haunted doll ever to exist. And Ed and Lorraine Warren were the ones that harnessed it and captured it and put it in the fucking thingy dingy. That's a good description of what it is. I think I nailed it there. But basically, there was were they biker dudes? I can't remember if they were biker dudes or just some guys came in. They were taunting the doll, like to the museum or whatever where it stays, and they were taunting the doll. And they went home, and while driving home, their fucking car like freaked out or something, or they were in the car. They were joking about the fucking doll, like poking fun at it or something. And the guy's girlfriend was with him in the passenger seat, and then all of a sudden, like the demon took control of the car and swerved it into a tree and killed the guy. Like that same day on the way home from visiting the Annabelle doll. And they have to bless it once a month or twice a month. I can't remember. They have to bless it at least once a month. And you can't touch it. They actually soaked it in holy water too back in the day. And when Ed Warren originally got it from the original owners or whatever and took it to the museum, he was driving in his car and the brakes just failed to work and the whole car just was not working right out of nowhere. And like the radio was going all fuzzy, so they had to move it again at some point in the future, and they had to use this whole team of people to like make sure it was like gonna be a safe operation. It's fucking. But that Annabelle movie, man, that was scary. Like that opening scene where like the husband and wife are in bed and they hear a scream from the neighbors, and the guys are in their house. It's like yeah, it's like that murder scene. That's fucking creepy. Her origin story? I have videos pulled up right now. I would be interested in watching this. I'm trying to find one where I won't get copy striked. I don't know which. I think this one might. Top 5 Annabelle doll caught moving. There's Annabelle the doll, the documentary, but it's like, I don't know if I'm going to get the stream taken down for that or what. BuzzFeed, so probably. Serena, did you ever see Annabelle, the first one? At least I think it's the first one, just called Annabelle. Don't mock. Yeah, you're not supposed to mock the doll or anything like that. Like, apparently the spirit inside the doll has been weakened. Like, as of right now compared to what it used to be. Because, like, they soak it in fucking holy water or some shit or whatever. But still. Robert the Doll and Annabelle, the creepiest dolls. What if you kiss its ass with compliments? I mean... Who knows? I mean, I'll talk shit to the doll right now. Doll, Annabelle, you're stupid. You're dumb. You can't do anything to me. I'm looking at a picture of the Annabelle doll right now. I don't care. There, I taunted it. All of a sudden, my neck just breaks on camera, just out of nowhere. That would be awesome. Do they know the demon who? I'm not sure if they know. They probably. I mean, probably. They've done exorcisms on it, like several. If I can find a video, we'll watch it. I was thinking about also doing some, what's that guy's name? Does story times, but like animated story times. Mr. Nightmare. But he has a channel called something. I can't remember what it's called. Probably on his YouTube channel. I do like these. I don't care for storytime things that much because they're usually kind of boring. But Mr. Nightmare has the perfect fucking voice, and his animated ones are actually pretty entertaining. But yeah, I actually saw that he has some. He's been uploading videos, like actual videos. So I think I might play some of these. I watched this one already. I don't think we watched this together. I'm gonna play 13 of the creepiest Craigslist ads because they are fucking creepy. We'll kick off with that one, and then there's some other there's a couple other ones, so we'll check this out. This is by Mr. Nightmare, and I didn't know he did these. Like, I thought he only did stories, but recently he's been doing, like, top 10 video kind of things, so. Llama Arts, yes. That's the one, Nick. Llama Arts. But I'm going to quickly read up on this Annabelle doll here. A student nurse was given the doll in 1970. The doll behaved strangely, and a psychic medium told the student that the doll was inhibited by a spirit of a deceased girl named Annabelle. But from what I heard, it's not a human. It's a non-human entity that possesses the doll, not a human. That's what I saw. Yeah, there's Annabelle 2014. That's the one I saw. There's Annabelle Creation of 17. I never saw that one. And Annabelle Comes Home 2019. I never seen that one either. I wonder if I do most haunted dolls. I don't know. It's not saying. But anyways, we're going to start, I think. You saw Annabelle Creation. Yeah, see, I never saw... The one I saw was like I forgot what the actor's name is. I forgot. But she's like pregnant. And she's so hot. Oh my god. She's so hot. But anyways, we're going to start here with 13 of the creepiest Craigslist ads. What's up, Paco, a.k.a. Coco? I know your true identity. I figured it out. Because I'm smart. These are real Craigslist ads. I think I watched this by myself. last night or something. I can't remember. If you guys seen this, then let me know. Maybe I'm just not remembering. But there's Ash. While we're talking about haunted dolls, I have one named Madame Wee Wee. She's from the 1940s. She was supposed to be the co-host on my show. Does she move on her own, Ash? Did you record her? Am I allowed to taunt the doll? Anyways, let's get on with the disturbing Craigslist ads.
This was an eye-catching post made in 2014, though it was eye-catching for the wrong reason.
Also, there's a lot of things you could just already tell. This guy looks like he could be 41 or 82. I can't tell. And also, anyone who takes selfies with an actual camera, cannot trust him. But anyways, these are like, if you go on Craigslist, sometimes you'll see creepy, weird things, but these are all real, and I think these are really interesting. They're kind of spooky, so I know it's not ghost or demon or alien or whatever, but it's still scary. Scary, you know?
The advertiser states that he's seeking an unpaid young houseboy.
You're scared to take her home still?
But he had to note that he meant in a non-sexual way. He also notes that he's a 55-year-old male who lives alone with his cat. But even if that isn't slightly concerning, considering he's seeking younger males to live with him, he claims to have had 3 houseboys before.
Houseboys.
This could leave one to wonder whatever became of them. The
you want to be my houseboy?
And just about everything else regarding this man's picture mirrors something straight out of a serial killer playbook. These kinds of ads are the very likely ones to be leading to something far worse than would appear on the surface. This was the listing for a bed frame that
send me a picture,
Rich sent to me and actually responded to. Firstly, right off the bat, the ad looks a little sketchy, starting off with the poor grammar and misspellings. Next, the poster claims that he's not storing the bed frame in his house anymore, but rather behind his buddy's storefront. This begs the question, why? Also, where is this storefront? What does it look like? If these weren't red
nice bed frame.
Enough, Lauderhill, the town in which this ad was posted, has an extremely high rate of crime.
You don't know how to make me... Yeah, right.
Rich explained in his email to me that he comes from a very poor background, and even though he saw the red flags in his post, he was willing to drive over to the location he received after texting the number on the ad. He drove to the location at 10:30 p.m., which turned out to be a closed-down looking thrift store. He stepped out of the car with the engine still running, and he said he knew to look straight for the bushes next to the storefront, where he could easily see 2 men hiding. He got back in his car and...
This is where, like, I'm gonna find, I do know where Serena lives, and so I'm going to, like, find areas near her to find these Craigslist people. I'm gonna send them her address and pretend to be Serena so that these creepy people can come to her to, like, get these products or whatever, or sell their products, and Serena's gonna be like, what the hell is going on? And basically we're gonna make our own haunted story with Serena being the victim, so this is gonna be fun.
And drove away and reported the ad. This was an incredibly creepy Craigslist post of a man looking to start an all-female band, specifically consisting of women aged 18 to 21. You could just assume by the looks of the ad...
Who aren't afraid of rocker dudes.
...that he strongly considered typing 16 or 17 instead of 18.
Good idea, right?
The ad calls for young girls who aren't afraid of older rocker dudes telling them what to do.
I hate when people take pictures like that.
That wasn't the only listing this guy posted.
What are you doing?
In one picture on this separate listing, the guitars and amps can really draw your attention away from the gross carpet.
You dare me? I'll do it right on stream.
And bottle collection. But in the last picture, the man for some reason thought it was a good idea to capture his...
YouTube does hate me sometimes. I think they hate everyone sometimes.
This was a very transparently predatory Craigslist ad targeting young women. There's a section on Craigslist called Misconnections. This section is home to personal advertisements, which arrive after 2 people meet, but are too shy or otherwise unable to exchange contact details.
Wait. My birthday is coming up, looking for a girl to do a threesome with. Okay? Buying coffee this morning. My sunflower? Sexy black girl entrant. What are these?
Else on the website, weird things are posted in this section, such as this ad. The ad was posted by an anonymous man who seemed to be stalking a young boy. He said in the ad, "We've met on several occasions. Well, we haven't formally met, but I've seen you. You like to wear that Mets hat a lot. I love the Mets. If you like daddies, hit me up." The post actually included 2 photos of the boy on camera.
Don't be that person that says daddy. That's
one
weird.
In the grocery store.
You're gonna have kids someday, you know. They're gonna call you daddy and it's gonna be ruined.
The boy looked to be no older than 14. The ad was taken down the same day it was posted. This ad was posted in January of 2014 in Australia during a major heat wave.
Nothing showed up when you searched my name?
Temperatures were reaching up to 114 degrees Fahrenheit in certain regions. So this ad probably seemed like nothing short of a miracle at first glance. The ad offered free ice cream to anyone in the area, claiming they were doing it out of Christian courtesy. The ice cream truck would be parked in a location that would only be disclosed to people who contacted the poster. One person did end up contacting the poster of the ad, and was told to meet up at a certain parking lot outside of Kings Park. The boy and his brother, who answered the ad, who said they arrived partially just to see if it was legit or not, did find the ice cream truck in the parking lot. But 2 police cars were also parked alongside it. It turned out the ice cream truck was stolen. The refrigerators in the ice cream truck were turned off, and all the ice
free ice cream is never what it seems to be. You gotta take a shot, though. If there's someone offering free ice cream, you gotta go see if it's real, you know?
This one wasn't disturbing in the same sense of the others on this list. It's just creepy. This was an ad posted by a 26-year-old asking for a female roommate who he would waive the rent fee for, only
gotta go
if they
kill
were
some
willing to
Wendigos?
create some kind of romantic relationship out of it. Being that this was a guy posting on Craigslist, proud of his openness of his intentions, it's likely he may have wanted more than just a relationship, possibly some more immediate services. There's a lot of these kinds of posts offering free housing for young women for relationships or open minds in return.
Must be sexy. You have to be sexy.
In July of 2015, the FBI arrested 39-year-old Nathan Bryan for allegedly trying to solicit children for sex by advertising his babysitting services on Craigslist. Federal investigators suspected that Bryan was using the ads to gain access to kids, though this wasn't enough to prove that he was guilty of anything. So the FBI posed as a father who was offering their child for sex on Craigslist. That's when they were contacted by Bryan, warranting his arrest.
I mean, the dude just
This
looks
was
the
one
part.
of Bryan's many Craigslist postings where he advertised his babysitting services. It may not seem too bad on its own, but knowing who was behind this listing is what makes it truly horrifying, and that any other listing like this one could have been created by someone with completely masked intentions. This is Richard Beasley, a man who was sentenced to death for the murder of 3 men who responded to an ad he placed on Craigslist for a non-existent job. He was also convicted of the attempted murder of Scott Davis, a man who answered the Craigslist ad, who was then shot in the arm while escaping from Beasley. This is the only screenshot that could be found from the specific ad that he posted. The ad said, "Wanted, caretaker for farm. Simply watch over a 700-acre patch of hilly farmland and feed some cows. You get $300 a week and a nice 2-bedroom trailer. Someone older and single preferred, but we'll consider all. Relocation is a must. You must have a clean record and must be trustworthy.
300 a week? Jesus
This is a
Christ.
permanent position.
You gotta be desperate for
Farm
that.
is used mainly as a hunting preserve, is overrun with game, has a stocked 3-acre pond, but some beef cattle will be kept.
Feeding cattle is not
Neighbors
like a
mile
20-minute
away.
chore.
The place is secluded and beautiful. It will be a real getaway for the right person. Job of a lifetime. If you are ready to relocate, please contact ASAP. Position will not stay open." 3 out of the 4 men who answered this ad were shot dead by Richard. This is another missed connections post seeking another unknowing individual. This one is much more disturbing, however, as the poster, or stalker rather, has the young girl's address. He even posted a picture of the 14-year-old girl's house. In the post, he wrote, "Dear Sarah, you don't know me yet, but I've been watching you these past 2 weeks. You are a beautiful girl who needs to be taught certain things, and I could teach you those things. I could give you all the money you could want, and much more. I can promise you nothing but an amazing life if you choose to run away with me." The rest is just both his and her personal info.
I mean, so far he pitches a good, like, you know, sale. I mean, how can you refuse that? I mean, he's offering such good things. So yeah, I would have to accept that if it was me.
Now, this ad was screenshotted by a few people before it was flagged enough times to be removed. I was never able to find more details, such as if the family was made aware of this, or if the poster was found, or even if it was just some kind of prank. This ad was posted on June 10th, 2014, under the free stuff section. It advertised a free couch in good condition that would be put out on the curb around 10 p.m. In a normal neighborhood, this would seem like a lucky find.
School starts a couple of days, you're excited?
In one of the worst areas in Detroit, and one of the most dangerous times.
Good for you if you're excited.
Not to mention that anyone living in the area that this ad was posted in would not be looking to give a couch away, rather looking to make any penny possible off of it. This was a screenshot taken of the ad.
You would fall for those, Ash?
There's no way of knowing if someone actually fell victim to this, but this ad just had too many red flags about it. Most likely a group of people waiting for a naive victim to rob or harm, like the bed frame listing mentioned earlier in this video. This Craigslist post was an alleged confession of a murderer who was gloating about his first killing to the people of Tulsa, Oklahoma. It said, "I wanted to thank Tulsa for letting me have my first kill. It all started here, so I was thinking it should also be my first. I was nervous as hell, but I will get over it. It was a stranger on stranger kill, so the police will have a difficult time. It will not be my last, though. Thinking about going to Oklahoma City for the next." This wasn't the only ad of its kind to pop up. In fact, there was a second one that I could not find a screenshot for, which apparently showed a picture of the victim's body and the poster gloating over his second killing. This one took place in Stillwater, Oklahoma, and while it didn't mention a link to the first post, it seemed like too much of a coincidence. This is a rather strange ad by a young man looking for a roommate. When visitors to the ad would be greeted by this picture, which looks like something taken from a horror movie,
a greeting
would not
picture.
Take this ad very seriously and would never dream of taking this guy up on his offer. Now, if that intro picture isn't enough to creep someone.
Hey Billy, I need you to take a picture of me for my Craigslist ad, looking for roommates. Now I want this to be an inviting picture, so I'm going to stand in the doorway and look back at you, very dramatic like, through this overgrown brush. Can you please take this picture? Sure. I mean, just looking at it, he looks like a nice guy. I'd want to move in.
Someone out. Some of the rules and aggressive writing underneath should do it. Some ground rules. If I ring the bell in the kitchen, it means you have to go to bed no matter what time it is. I do not like people staying up late. You may have a friend over, but if they speak too much, they must leave. I like peace and quiet. No Indian visitors. Never touch the shower curtains. If it's closed, you come and get me, and I pull it back so you can shower. There's two other pictures, one of a dimly lit room, and one with a garbage bag over a window. If this ad was legit, let's hope this guy never found a roommate.
I think Serena should move in.
This last ad was very open about its poster's intentions, and it's titled "Cannibal Looking for Willing Victim." This ad included very graphic, blurred images that would give you a good idea of what exactly was going on to the victims. The ad said, "I'm going to be very open about my intentions. I am a cannibal and I'm looking for a willing victim." He even uses the word victim. "If it has been your dream to donate your body as food, please contact me as soon as possible. I will not be torturing you or providing you with a slow death. Think of this as sharing your generosity with somebody else."
I mean, it sounds nice in theory. God, I almost want to do sleep paralysis is something that I do. I've kind of watched a lot of videos on it because I kind of wish I could experience sleep paralysis at least once in my life. Everyone else has that I know claims they've had it. I don't know if they've actually had it, but it's basically when you're like half conscious but you're paralyzed but you are like you're seeing and you're actually conscious and awake but you cannot move because your brain is still asleep or some shit like that or whatever it is. Your body's asleep and your brain's awake. I don't know what it is, but it's where some people claim you can see like the half world or you can see things that are there but you can't see with the naked eye or some shit like that, like demons and ghosts. And other people think it's just where you hallucinate. You are conscious but your brain is like seeing shit. But almost everyone that has sleep paralysis like experiences this. And a lot of times it's usually like a black figure, like a demon-looking thing that's like is watching you from the end of your bedroom, and it walks slowly over to you and sits on your chest and like chokes you to death. And then you either wake up or fall asleep or whatever. But it sounds nice. Well, it doesn't sound nice. I don't want to get choked at all. But I I feel like I could wake up and fight the demon, if I'm being completely honest. And I'll get a demon kill, man. Dill did write this ad. Well, I mean, the cannibal one? I do like a good steak. That's all I'll say. Yeah, at least he's being honest. It's true. The cannibal should go to Germany. It's legal over there. It's legal to do what? Be a cannibal? No. What? We'll watch this one, and if it's boring, we'll click away. But I have faith in this video. But yeah, let's see. I'm curious. I'm curious what they are. A good steak. What'd you think I said? Good steak. A good.
Has anyone ever had sleep paralysis before?
Yeah, a good steak. You know, like.
I tell you, it's one of the strangest, most fascinating, yet horrifying things that you could experience. It's the feeling of being unable to move upon awakening. Your senses and awareness are intact, but you still feel as though you're in this half-asleep, half-awake state. I'd heard stories of this long before.
What's up, Hayat? Hayat
Hayotu? Once. I was in college. I was going through an incredibly tough time in my life. I was insanely stressed during finals week. I wasn't getting much sleep. It must have been the night before my last final. I went to bed late because I stayed up all night studying for bio. I don't remember at what point I decided to finally call it. I just remember it all becoming a blur, then blackness. Next thing I remember, I was in my room, in my bed. But there was this weird haziness in my awareness. Like I was awake, but I felt weaker. And when I tried to move, I couldn't. I could only move my eyes to look around the dark room. At one point, when I guessed
How are you?
To one side of the room, I looked back to the center, and there was this woman standing dead center in the room, facing the bed. She was wearing this black dress and holding some long object. I wanted to call out, "Mom?" but my paralysis prevented it.
Stepsister, is that you?
Anything. The woman came closer to me until she knelt down and touched my forehead. And I couldn't feel it. She got eye to eye with me, and I could see my mother's face. I tried to say "Mom" again, desperately, but I was stuck in my own body.
Serena, you're gonna see this thing looking at you in your sleep tonight, just saying.
Stood back up and walked to the doorway before disappearing into the house. I lay there, unable to move, maybe another 10 to 20 seconds before my vision suddenly became more clear, and I was able to think more clearly as well. I was able to sit up. I jumped out of the bed, screaming "Mom" over and over. I ran to the bedroom hallway, yelling her name. A door opened down the hall, and someone came to hug me, but it wasn't my mom. It was my dad, telling me he misses her too. My mom died 3 weeks before this happened.
Ugh. You rebuke?
You know what I love about dreams?
My face fits so well on Tony Stark.
You feel like you're in this separate world where things can just make no sense. Now, what about when that unearthliness transcends into the quote-unquote real world? You'll see what I mean in a minute. I was in REM sleep having this bizarre nightmare about being followed by some weird creature in the middle of the woods. The dream became fuzzy though, and I kind of woke up from it. I say kind of, because while I was out of the dream and back in my bed, I couldn't move a muscle in my body. I started hearing this faint, weird noise. It was this indescribable...
I've never experienced it, no. I want to, at least once.
Type sound.
I don't think I'd be scared.
It started light and soft, but it repeated every 3 seconds.
I feel like I would know I was
It
asleep.
was getting slightly louder every time. I felt like the sound was getting closer. It got so unbearably loud in my head, I just wanted to scream, but I couldn't. Then my eyes...
Black ghosts have hate emotional?
Door. Specifically, the crack in the closet door.
Are they darker spirits?
Never leave open, ever. There was this distorted face of a man looking between the crack, with this unhumanly large open-mouthed smile. And every time I heard the noise, it seemed as if the closet and the face were getting closer, until the closet door slammed shut, and everything went silent. I regained control of my body shortly after that, and the first thing I did, even though I was 24 years old, was run to my parents' room to get my dad to check the closet.
Serena, you've had it?
There was
Have
nothing
you
in
seen
the
anything
closet
creepy?
or the rest of my room. My dad seemed pretty confident that what I just experienced was sleep paralysis, and that he had experienced it once as well. Didn't make me feel any less disturbed about what I just went through.
See, I feel like I would be fine, because if I was in sleep paralysis, I know my cats, if anything broke into my house when I was unconscious and unable to defend my territory, my cats would probably kill, if I'm being honest, they'd probably kill any full-size adult, because they are trained killers. I have trained them on command. I can whistle, and they'll be like on my shoulder, like hissing and shit, so it's really cool. But yeah, I won't do it just because I don't want to right now, but I could. You never seen anything scary?
I had a sleep paralysis experience.
That's a bummer.
I knew there was a thing in my closet, something really evil, but I also knew I was dreaming and I should face my fear. I tried not to look directly at the closet door, but if I moved my eyes, my head would turn away. No matter how hard I tried, I couldn't look directly at it. Then I woke up in a cold sweat. At first I felt really relieved that it was over, but very shortly I realized it wasn't a dream, and there was really something
go
in the
for it, Nick.
closet. I was laying on my
I'm cool
back
with that.
and couldn't move. I didn't really hear it, but I could kind of feel the sickening laughter wash over me in waves.
It's your guys'
Emanating
Reddit
from
just
the
as much
closet.
as it's mine.
All of a
You
sudden,
can post
the
what you
thing
want, as
throws
long
a
as it's
human
related
head
to
at
me or the
and
channel.
it lands on my chest face up. It was this girl I knew in high school. Up to this point, I was kind of holding it together, terrified but not panicked. Well, I lose it now. I can't even scream. All I could do is make these grunting sounds and moaning noises. I'm wriggling and straining, trying to rock from side to side to get it off me, but I can't move. This seemed to last maybe another minute or two, and then I really woke up. It was so traumatic that for weeks I would be scared when I woke up that I wasn't actually awake.
Your roommate saw the
Something
sleep
horrible could happen
paralysis
at any
cowboy?
second.
What?
It still makes my skin crawl when I think about that laugh.
What's the
The thing is,
cowboy?
I've never heard of sleep paralysis or night terrors at that point in my life. I thought I was losing my mind. I've suffered sleep paralysis a total of 3 times in my life. The first 2 times, it just consisted of me waking up not being able to move my body. The third time was much different though. I had woken up very early morning, probably like between 5 and 6 a.m., when the sun was just starting to come up. There was light in the room, but barely any. I tried to move, but I had that unfortunately familiar feeling of paralysis, helplessness. My eyes fixated on the wall. There was nothing I could do. Then suddenly, I heard heavy footsteps coming up the stairs of my bedroom. It was my brother, followed by my sister, dad, and mom. They were all sobbing hysterically, and they all seemed to be at least a foot taller. It was unnerving. The 4 of them approached my bed, then stopped at the bedside, towering over me, all 4 of them crying. I couldn't move. I wanted to cry for help or just yell at them to stop because they were scaring me. Their heights, they looked like they were near to hitting the ceiling. Then, just as quickly as they entered, all 4 of them turned and walked back down the stairs. I could move again, and so I ran down the stairs to follow them, but they weren't in the outside area. I went to each of their rooms one at a time. All 4 of them were fast asleep. My heart was racing because the most surreal, unnerving thing just happened to me. I had to lean on the wall to gather my thoughts for a second, breathing heavily. Falling back asleep was futile the rest of the night. I lay awake until the sun was fully up.
What's up,
A
Alaskan?
few days later, I was struck by a speeding car when crossing the road with friends and ended up with 3 broken bones and a fractured thigh bone. I was hospitalized for a week, and at one point, all 4 of my family members stood next to my hospital bed, looking down at me, my mom being emotional and crying. It was almost the same image from my sleep paralysis. I'm not superstitious at all, but if I were, I would 100% believe that dream was some kind of sign.
What's up, man?
Or some kind of prediction of the future.
Did you change your name?
In fact, I just got chills writing
Well,
that last
regardless,
sentence,
long time no
thinking
see,
about
brother. How's it going?
There was this one time I was out late drinking with friends. It was some point in the summer of 2016. We were kind of just walking around town and then around the neighborhood. when one of my friends spotted someone hiding in a bush. He pointed and said, "Look," and we all walked over.
All right, Johnny, thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you as always.
We could see what he was talking about, but just barely. It was bizarre, like someone hiding in this bush in front of this house. When we got too close, apparently, this weird, off-putting sound started coming from the bush. So we all screamed and laughed and ran away. We screamed because it was scary, but laughed because at the same time it was bizarrely funny. And there were a lot of us, so... Anyway, we walked back to our houses respectively.
That's so true.
Whoever was in that bush was just messing with people. I fell asleep pretty easily that night since I was drunk.
It's like a real, like, I don't know why. I've always laughed in situations of either being, like, tense situations or if something's, like, scary. I guess I mask fear with, like, comedy. So I just make fun of whatever it is and start laughing. Especially if I'm with people. Not so much if I'm alone, but if I'm with people, it's kind of, like, hilarious. Whenever, like, seeing other people get scared is way more funny than being scared. Or, I don't know if that makes sense, but it's more funny to see people, like, your friends scared, like, for their lives. And, like, there's a demon coming or some shit. They're all, like, freaking out. It's funny.
Drunk, but next thing I remember was waking up to the near pitch blackness of my room. I couldn't look at the clock to see what time it was because I literally couldn't move. I was in a sleep paralysis state. I looked around the room with my eyes only and started to hear a familiar noise, the noise we heard coming from that bush. Then I looked straight in front of me at the foot of my bed, and what I saw was pure nightmare fuel. It was what appeared to be this floating, grotesque,
oh god, it's Serena,
a demonic ghost-like thing. As it got closer to me, I realized it wasn't floating. There was a body, but its body blended in with the blackness of the room. Its mouth hung open, and it just kept making the familiar
nervous laugh
noise from the bush.
See, like,
it got mere inches from
yeah,
my
like,
face before it suddenly just...
I don't know how to describe it.
I was able to let out
I find situations that aren't funny. Like, whenever I was a kid and got in trouble, it'd be like
panting and
trying not to laugh for some reason. You're sitting at the dinner table and you just start laughing because it's so serious, and it's just like, I don't know why, but I just feel like I need to laugh. I don't know why, but everyone's being so serious, and I mean, and then you get in trouble for laughing, and then you can't stop laughing. Once you get threatened with being in trouble with laughing, then it's over. You're done. Then you're sitting there thinking of things, trying not to laugh, and then some random image pops in your head. You look at one of your siblings, and their fucking dumbass face makes a smirk, and then it's over. But yeah.
I flicked on the lamp and checked around my bed, but that demonic thing was gone.
Serena, this is going to happen to you tonight.
It seemed so real, like I was awake for it. It wasn't a dream. I told my parents about it the next day, and they agreed with me that it was sleep paralysis. I had never heard of anyone.
That's what you're going to hear tonight when you're sleeping. That face going to pop up. Oh, I know, Big Cole. You change your name to here. As long as you keep your profile picture, you'll always be Big Cole to me. Hayes Gear Bazaar. I'll never remember that. But Big Cole is what I always know you by. Okay, so now, see, I like Mr. Nightmare. I think he has got one of the best voices. Him and Nuke's Top 5 are my two top guys. You always laugh when your parents yell at you. I was so nervous. It was more of my mom because I wasn't scared of my mom. It's like my mom was just like not scary. Like, I mean, and it's always different. Like you never really want to laugh when your dad's fucking yelling at you because it's scary when your dad's yelling at you. But when your mom's yelling at you, it's like, eh. But yeah, like I don't know. Laughter has been a fucking. I mean, I remember laughing when my great grandma died way back. I mean, God, that would have been fucking a long time ago now. For whatever reason, like, we went to the hospital and she was dying, and it was like a natural death, but it was still sad for everyone. But I was like laughing, like me and my siblings were laughing because we didn't, like, it was a weird, I don't know, and I'm sure there's a medical, or not a medical term, but like a psychological definition for why you do that. But you start laughing just because you don't know what else to do. You're not, I don't know. Maybe I'm like half retarded. I'm not sure. You laughed in court once. I don't have that. I don't laugh anymore. Like, I can control myself. I mean, I'm an adult. But when I was a kid, you couldn't even contain it. I mean, I was just laughing just because I didn't know what else to do. I was like, I don't feel emotion. I just laugh. But like I said, it was probably to mask another emotion, and I didn't. At the time, my brain wasn't developed enough to figure that out, so I just laughed. Even though it wasn't funny, you just laughed. I want to do this one. The stress levels go down in situations. Yeah, that's true.
By a YouTuber who created his channel to document the weird things going on in his house. He finds that the screwdriver on his kitchen counter seems to be moving on its own, so he checks under the cabinet to apparently show there's no kind of trickery underneath, and also shows there's no kinds of magnets or anything when he picks up the screwdriver.
You laugh and you bury your dog.
Can be heard from above him in the attic, so he goes up there to check.
I mean, never do that. I wouldn't do that. I would never have my head exposed for someone to chop it off with an axe or a chainsaw or some shit. It's not that I'm scared of a ghost, I'm scared of an actual person.
After finding nothing, the video cuts out. Randonautica is an app that sends you on a random adventure to explore the world around you. The app randomly generates a point on the map that you have to follow the way to. People have been reporting finding weird and paranormal things at their destinations, such as in this video. The app sent the person who recorded this video to a ditch in the middle of nowhere by a highway. Inside of the ditch, he found one tricycle and one small bike with training wheels. At the end of the video, very faint children's laughter can be heard. This is a short and straightforward clip of a man sitting in his bed in a dimly lit.
Oh yeah, you should have fun with Randonautica. The one thing about Randonautica is you gotta be patient with it because it'll send you to a lot of locations where it's like, what the fuck am I doing here? But you have to remember that it's not sending. Not every location it sends you to is gonna be like this fucking scary or happy or whatever. It's just it uses, and if you watch the actual creator, who I argued with on Twitter, the creator of Randonautica, I didn't really argue, but she was being kind of a cunt. But basically. It uses a real world, some universities anomaly, I can't say it. Anomaly, whatever that word is. A quantum anomaly. It has like this weird engine that it produces. It detects anomalies around the world, and it sends you to the nearest one near you. And apparently these happen all the time, but sometimes they're, there's nothing to be seen there. And like the first few times, like the last 2 times I went, I thought of blood, and it right after I started driving to my location, all the fire trucks went by and ambulances and fire and cops. And so I followed them. They went right past the location I was going to go. They went right past it, but they didn't go to it. And then they went to a gas station. I don't know what they were doing, but. And the second time, actually, it was that last trip I went. The first stop I made was I went out to this like grassy area behind a hospital, and I thought of Scary, and it just took me to. I have the whole thing recorded, which I'm gonna do. I'm saving it for a video. I need to do some more clips, but this deer came running up out of nowhere. It scared me, and this deer like ran up. And I was like, oh, there's a deer. And then it runs in front of me and then kind of jogs towards me and stops and stares, which I've never seen a deer do. I've never seen it so, like, territorial or just looking at me. Like, it just stared at me for a second. And then the deer, and I have it all on video, the deer stands up on its hind legs and dead sprints into the corner. No, I'm just kidding. No, it just ran like normal. But that would be fucking scary. Have I been recent? No, I haven't gone this week. I need to go this week because I've been trying to go do Randonautica, get like at least one investigation a week to make a video. I want to get I'm not gonna make a video until I find something somewhat actually scary. Because like the deer it's not that scary of a clip. It's maybe a tad creepy just because there's a full moon and there was fucking where I was at. You can use Randonautica for whatever. You can be like, I want to take me to a happy spot or whatever. I use it for negative thoughts. I'm gonna use it to do aliens, Bigfoot, death. I wouldn't suggest doing death. But do scary. Scary is one that I probably will mostly do, because if you can scare me, it's probably good content. The deer wanted me, yeah, probably. I could knock out a deer with one punch. If it was a female deer, I could probably knock it out. I'm just saying, like, they don't have very big jaws, and they have small brains. I could probably, either that or I'd break its jaw. I don't know. But I feel like a deer wouldn't be hard to knock out. They have little legs. I feel like I could just pick that fucker up and swing it around and bang it against a tree. Like, not, you know what I mean? Like, swing it into a tree. Swing it into a tree and kill it, not bang it. Anyways, I'm just going to stop talking. What's up, Joseph?
And seeing his door slightly move. This is what he caught.
Super sharp and pointed. The deer's teeth? Ooh. It's gonna fucking pop out, ain't it? What's up, Darkest Newt? I don't have any friends to go with right now. All my friends are either deployed overseas or they don't live near me. So I go randonauticing by myself right now. You had the scariest
This
experience?
video was filmed by a boy recording his friend jumping into his trampoline. As the two are having their fun, you can notice something in the left corner of the video.
Oh, I've seen this one.
You can see a figure dressed in white with black hair crawling out from under the trampoline. To this day,
all right, Nick, sounds
they
good.
have no idea who the person was. This footage was taken by YouTuber Franco TV.
You lost your birds by a cat.
The location being the old South Pittsburgh Hospital in Tennessee, regarded as one of the most haunted buildings in America. Throughout the video, various sounds and voices can be heard, and things can be seen moving throughout the hospital. As Franco enters the in-house pharmacy, viewers believe they can hear a voice saying either...
The one guy I went randonauticing with was, I actually traveled up to his house for that video, for that live stream. He lives like 2 hours away from me.
The other side there.
What's up, Geek Squad?
What the hell was that? All these bottles just got pushed down, frontwards and backwards. And it's oxycodone. That is a very, very addictive drug. And there is a spirit here that haunts this place that apparently is always waiting for a drug dealer or whatever to come in here that overdosed in this hospital.
Later on in the video, after many creepy mannequins, dolls, and
I don't like mannequins.
Franco finds
Clowns don't bother me. I do not fuck with mannequins.
Horse toys seen rocking back and forth on its own and making noises. This leads Franco to believe there's a child spirit in the hallway with him.
Oh my god.
Yes, I have watched most of. I think I watched. If we're talking about the same one, yes, Mad Moose, I have. I believe we are.
And it's
Those are awesome drugs. Take them. They're expensive too.
What the hell? Is that your horse? Do you like playing with the horse?
It's a phobia. Yeah, it is a phobia.
I feel like this is like a child spirit in this room.
I feel like a lot of people say they hate clowns just because that's a thing to say. You know what I
The
mean?
video truly does make this hospital seem like a hotbed of paranormal
But there are
activity.
actual people scared of it.
This is the video a Redditor captured of their baby. The baby seems to be struggling to hold onto the remote, as though an unseen presence is trying to grab it from him. The baby even says no and stop. If that doesn't convince you, the truly shocking part is towards the end of the video here, where the remote can literally be seen flying out of the baby's hands to the left.
Whoa, what the
to
fuck?
Reach and grab it to stop it. So was this a setup by the parents, or was something else really in the room trying to grab the remote from the child?
Nah, man, I'd sell the whole baby. Sell it to Indonesia.
This is another video involving a baby. This one captured on
What's
a
up,
video.
Ashley Rose?
Throughout the video, an orb can be seen hovering over the baby.
The baby's gonna kick that ghost ass.
However, on a few separate occasions, the baby's legs can be seen being pulled by something, though you can't see by what. The movement is not one the baby would be able to make on its own, as it can actually be seen being dragged around the crib. The orb also seems to move in the general direction that the baby is being pulled. Given that not many sane parents would be willing to set up a rather cruel hoax like this,
Sell the baby to
maybe
Brazil
a little less
instead?
easy
Okay,
to
I mean,
dismiss.
okay.
This one is really freaky. This is the footage captured by a surveillance camera aimed at a valuable World War II era ventriloquist doll in its case. In the middle of one night, the case door begins to swing open and closed. But the most disturbing part of the video is when the doll's eyes open and close and its lips appear to move. In addition to this, orbs can be seen flying around throughout the video.
I'm not a fan of orbs, but I've never seen this video, so let's give it a... It's dust particles. Straight up dust particles. That, though, is not. That's a creepy motherfucker.
How would you personally try to explain this one? Most new cars these days come equipped with high-tech camera systems, some of which can detect when a person is present around the car to help the driver stay more aware and avoid hitting anyone. But what if your car detected someone that wasn't there? This man took out his phone and began to record when he noticed on the dashboard of his BMW M3 that the car was sensing the presence of a person in the front right of the car. However, there is no one visibly standing out there. This could seem like a scene straight from the movie Bird Box. This last video was taken during a police operation in Brazil in what appears to be an abandoned hospital. The police all seem to be confused and shook as they witness what appears to be a door repeatedly swinging open and slamming shut on its own.
Cuidado, Judá. Cuidado, mano. Que é isso, mano? Mano, não tem nada. Caralho, mano.
It's just the draft from a weather balloon taking off. That's all it is.
Caralho, mano. Mano, que é isso, bicho?
As they examine the door, no strings or any other forms of trickery could be seen in the video.
Deus me livre, mano. Vai, mano, vai, mano. Vai, mano, vai, mano. Vai, mano.
The group of officers run away after something behind them falls. It's unknown what it was. This holds up to be one of the more credible videos that have recently surfaced on the internet.
I wonder why he's filming though. Like, I don't know. Sometimes they film like police raids, but like to actually bring out a physical camera, I don't know. They might do it differently down there. Yeah, it's UFO. It's gotta be. You know, weather balloons are like the excuse that the government uses. They love that one. That's their go-to. It's a weather balloon. Of course. Let's see. Does they have any more of these? We could do some creature stories. We'll see what this is. Who should I put your face on next? I don't know. I'm not sure. See that? Yeah, it didn't look like a body cam though. The way it was moving,
My girlfriend
it looked like it was
Alicia,
handheld.
My best friend Rodney,
But I
his
could be
girlfriend
wrong.
Amanda. My dad told me about a perfect place to go camping right by a big lake surrounded by dense forest. A trail from a nearby parking lot would lead straight to the lake. His directions were straightforward, and it was actually easy to get to the lake. We got there as the sun was on its way down, and the sky was turning that beautiful.
What happened to Post Malone?
The lake was calming, and the sound of the breeze hitting the leaves was peaceful. We We had our tent set up, and there was still a hint of orange in the sky, though it was very dark in the woods by now. There was a slight orange reflection on the calm lake. It was very warm out, and Amanda suggested we all jump in the water. I was kind of up for it, as my dad said it would be perfect to jump in. For that reason, we all brought towels. The girls seemed more eager than Rodney and I, though. The two got into their underwear and walked into the lake, exclaiming it was actually warm. I told them I'd go in after setting up the campfire at least, since we had already gathered some wood. Starting the fire proved to be especially difficult for me, because I just couldn't get the wood to catch. I'm not exactly a Boy Scout. Rodney took over, and as I watched him try to start the fire, one of the girls started screaming and flailing around in the lake. Amanda looked just as confused as Rodney and I. Then Alicia went underwater for a few seconds, and Amanda started to scream she's drowning. I took off my shirt and ran as fast as I could into the water. But when I got to where she was, the water was only up to maybe my waist. I saw her arms still flailing out above the water and splashing about, and I pulled her up above the water. I yelled, "What the hell happened?" She didn't answer right away and ran straight for the campsite, seemingly out of breath. Halfway there, she turned and yelled, "Get out of the water."
Dill 2021.
Amanda and I looked at each other and listened. As I began moving out of the lake, I felt something strong grab around my ankle and try pulling me down. There was a sharp, piercing feeling cutting into my ankle as well. I yelled in a panic and kicked whatever it was with my free leg until I was able to break free. We made it back to the campsite, and Alicia was already sitting down on a cooler, putting pressure on an apparent wound on her ankle. I sat down on another cooler and checked my ankle, and there was a deep but small gash on the right side of my ankle, which was pouring out blood. I told Rodney to get us both some bandages to my first aid kit in the tent. After patching up the wounds, we felt more relaxed.
Put my face on Serena's face, and then don't say anything about it in chat. Just do it so she doesn't know, and then put it in the Reddit.
Like this.
I won't say that it was my face in it. We'll just see if she notices.
It felt more like a claw. I got chills as she said it, because I got what she was saying, but how would that make any sense? Regardless, we stuck around because whatever got us was in the water, and we were on land. Nothing could happen now. By this point, it was dark out. The sun was completely gone.
I got you, Nick. I'll send her Twitter thing.
We were a couple beers deep, talking about life, about mutual friends, and occasionally bringing up that thing in the water again. All was well, until a splash came from out in the water. We all looked over our shoulders at the same time out to the pitch-black lake. Probably just a fish, we figured. We resumed conversation for a few seconds, but then there was another splash. It didn't sound like a little fish jumping out of the water. It sounded like the kind of splashes you'd hear when a person is walking through waist-deep water. The girls wanted us to go check the lake, so Rodney and I took a couple flashlights and went to the edge of the lake, where we were still hearing noises. With the two lights pointed at the water, we scanned the calm surface of the lake until Rodney stopped me and said, "What is that?" I looked at where his light was pointed. There was this object in the water. Well, at first I thought it was an object, but then I realized it resembled the head of some creature.
A mermaid?
Definitely not any kind of creature that would live in a lake. It seemed like it was just sticking its head out of the water, and we could see the reflection of its eyes. It was looking at us. Then it moved, as it rised up slightly out of the lake, making another splashing noise.
I'd probably, realistically, in this situation, just pull my pants down, and if it kept coming, I'd know that it's probably time to run. If it stopped and retreated, I would be safe. That's how I would detect if it's a threat or not.
Over to the girls. I remember Rodney saying, "Take all your important stuff and go," which was a smart idea. I took all my valuables and left the tent and bigger things. We ran back down the trail to the parking lot, packed the car, and took off down the parkway. The next day, I returned with my dad to collect the tents, but everything that we left in the campsite was destroyed. The tents were shredded, the coolers were scratched and thrown across the site. I told my dad about the creature in the lake. I showed him the gash in my ankle and asked him what could have done this. He said he had no earthly idea, and we left in a hurry. None of us ever returned to that lake.
My house sits next to a nature preserve on Long Island, New York. I live alone most of the time, besides when my girlfriend who lives out of state comes to visit. Well, I can't say I live completely alone.
By the way, Nick, when you get that image done, let me know.
Tate and Moose.
Send it to me.
Downstairs by the back door of the house. Last week, for 3 nights in a row, I would wake up to the two of them barking in the middle of the night at the back door. The first night, I just peeked from the door window into the yard, which was empty. The second night, I actually went outside to the patio to look around, but there wasn't anyone there. On the third night in a row of waking up to barking, I told myself that was it. Someone was creeping around my property every night, causing my dogs to go crazy. I put Tate on his leash and took him out to the yard. Weirdly, he seemed more calm now that he was outside. He wasn't barking at anything. I walked him around the backyard and by the tree line to the woods for a little bit, trying to help him pick up on whatever the two had been barking at the past 3 nights. Then he started. By the tree line, he started tugging on his leash and barking at something in the woods. Obviously, I couldn't see too far into the woods as it was nighttime, so I let him lead the way into the woods. If someone were to be trespassing on my property every night, I figured the best way to scare them off would be having my dog chase
This is
after
probably the
them.
last story time video we
Tate
do.
kept
We'll
pulling
switch
and
over
barking
here.
as we got deeper into the woods.
We don't have a
I was
whole
starting to
too
lose
much
my
longer
breath
on the
just
stream,
trying to
but
keep up with him. He seemed to be really locked into something specific in front of us. But eventually Tate stopped pulling and barking, and just stood there with his ears bent back, as if he were in a defensive position. He suddenly looked scared, as if he was looking straight ahead at something. I tried looking ahead into the dark woods, but I could only see so much. There was this cracking of a stick or small branch a little ahead that confirmed there was a presence with us in the woods. I took this as a time to call out. Whoever's out there, you need to stop trespassing on my property. If you don't,
If
I'll
the
either
cryo
unleash my
sleep
dogs on
thing,
you
if
or
I was
call
really
the
old,
police.
yes.
Whichever I feel necessary
Well, I don't know.
to do. There was no kind of response or signs of acknowledgement. Just another crunch of
If I was
a
like 80 years
stick
old, sure.
being pressed into the ground by something. Once again confirming there was someone or something standing maybe 10 yards away. I whistled to Tate to follow as I turned us around and headed back to the house. Tate kept looking back every 3 seconds. I'd have to pull him forward just to keep us moving. But then I heard a footstep close behind us, and Tate started to growl and bark again. It was now that I truly started to feel threatened. I didn't have my phone on me, I didn't have my flashlight, my only sense of protection was Tate. Then there was this sound, this unexplainable sound. It was this clicking type noise mixed with this humming sound, almost like a giant bug. Tate started going crazy again. He was barking and pulling, but I held him back. I kept looking at what he was trying to lunge towards, and I finally saw something. There was a set of glowing eyes, only the eyes were set very high off the ground, not down low like from a cat or a raccoon. I started to run back towards my house now. I could see the light from my back patio shining through the trees now. I made it through the tree line back to my backyard. I ran Tate to the back door and let him inside. I turned back to the trees at the opposite end of my yard and I just stood there, listening and waiting for anything. A rustle in the bush made me turn my head about 20 degrees to the right. I saw a figure standing in the woods near the tree line. My patio light lit up the outline of the body somewhat. It looked like it had the shape of a humanoid-like figure, but it was crouched down kind of...
That is amazing, Nick.
bush.
Oh, that's
It
amazing.
had extremely long-looking arms in comparison to the rest of its body. And on the lower half of its face, all I saw was black, almost resembling a big gaping mouth. I
Nick,
keep
try it.
saying
I'm gonna
it
send you a
because
picture of
I
me.
knew
Try it
what I was
again, okay?
looking at.
I just want to get another comparison.
I went inside, shut all the blinds, and took my dogs upstairs to my room. I reported an unidentified creature in the preserve to the police. I gave my best description on the phone, and the woman on the other end asked me to call back if the person or creature were to actually enter my private property. Basically, calling the police was for my own peace of mind. But they didn't send anyone. I've been having my dog sleep in my room with me since last week.
Oh,
and
okay,
there
okay.
have been no further sightings since. I'll update everyone if anything changes.
There you
My
go.
wife and I have lived in our Chapel Hill, Tennessee farmhouse.
That is
for
fucking
15 years,
hilarious.
And for 14
That was a
straight
creepy story, by the way.
years,
If you saw something staring at you through the tree line,
the kids have all moved out.
I don't know what I'd do.
It's just me and the wife in the house now. February of 2019, bizarre things started happening. I woke up in the night to my wife shaking me. She said she heard a noise outside the window. She wanted me to go check. I simply walked over to the window, lifted it up, and had myself a look outside. It was chilly out there, so I didn't want to be looking outside for long, but the coast was clear. I shut the window and assured my wife it was okay, then crawled back into bed. Before we could even fall asleep again, there was a noise that made both of us sit up. A sharp but quick click at the window. My wife is no scaredy cat, but she grabbed my arm, clearly worried. She asked me to take the shotgun out there and see who it was. I told her to relax, and I checked the window one more time. I was shocked to find a small scratch in the glass from the other side. I said, "Honey, look at this," and she came over. She put her hands over her mouth and said, "Oh my." What did it? We didn't have a clue. Must have been some big animal, I figured. The next morning, I went outside to inspect the outside by the window. There were no footprints in the dirt by the side of the house. Nothing strange at all outside, actually. So we move on to the next night. It was a rainy, warmer night for February. My wife and I tucked in under the sheets again, and once again there was a sound that could be heard over the rain outside. It was this scraping type sound, muffled of course because it was coming from outside. The sound seemed to be moving closer to the window, then it stopped. My wife and I, sitting up again, looked at each other, and she didn't even have to tell me to go outside this time. I took the shotgun from under the bed again, put on my raincoat, and ran outside as fast as my old bones would allow. My wife turned on the light in the bedroom, which gave me enough light to see these huge scrapes in the vinyl siding. They looked exactly like claw marks. Then I looked down into the mud that I was standing in, and noticed these big feet marks that stopped right before the window, and then turned back in the direction of the woods. I analyzed the marks the best I could, even though they were quickly washing away from the rain. These didn't look like marks from boots, shoes, or any animal that I knew of. They looked like these huge footmarks with claws on the ends. We don't have black bears where we live. 15 years here and we've never seen one. So this just made no sense. I suddenly felt unsafe being out
This
there.
damn
even with the
skinwalker.
shotgun. So I hurried back inside. I told my wife there's some big animal out there, and that as long as we stayed inside, we were safe. We don't have blinds on our bedroom windows, as we don't need privacy from anyone. No one comes out on the property anyway. All I could do was tell my wife to go to sleep. The next night was where things really took the turn for the worst. I woke up around 3 a.m. My wife was still asleep. I sat up thinking I might have
Oh
heard
my
something.
god.
I realized
Do
it
one
was
of
chilly in
us.
the room.
Yeah, yep.
I looked at the window, and it was
That's
open.
fucking hilarious.
But that wasn't the first thing I noticed. The first thing I noticed was the head, leaning through the open window into our bedroom. My best description of the head? Inhuman. From the size and shape. It was bigger, and this had a more conish shape. As for facial features, it was just too dark to see any, and it all happened too quickly. I let out one big scream, the type of scream I hadn't heard leave my own body in decades. I went under the bed for the shotgun, but by then...
Yeah,
the
do
window
Sunday,
was already
Nick, for that
gone.
Iron Man one.
My wife was screaming in reaction to my scream. I ran to the window to slam it shut and twist the lock. I told my wife we're sleeping in our son's old room that night. Believe it or not, this was almost a year ago now, and that creature, whatever it was, has never returned. But for 3 straight days, that thing kept coming back to our window, and on the 3rd night, it was halfway into our bedroom.
Oh, that fucking picture. Charge it any creature you find with a katana. If you know how to use a katana, I mean, I'm sure it could be effective. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to wrap up the stream. Now, it's not over yet. We still got another 12 minutes. So, use this time to put your questions, comments, or, realistically, 15 more minutes of the stream. 15 more minutes. So, let me put on some creepy music. That is not royalty free. This is. Grab nunchucks with Street Fighting Man by Rolling. Oh, with Street Fighting Man by Rolling Stones blaring. Paying Dills ending the stream. We got another 15 minutes. 14 minutes now. Will I be? No, I will not be your dildo. No. I unfortunately for you, I am straight. So I no. Fuck shotguns, RPGs. You're gonna use an RPG on something outside your house? I mean, you're gonna like blow up your fucking half your house. Shrapnel would probably kill you at that close range. Well, it definitely would kill you at that close range. If you're looking for a weapon and you want to defend yourself, you just simply grab a combat stick. That's all you need, right? That's all you need. Equipped with 40,000 volts, which is only 10,000 less than a police taser. It would drop you to the ground. If you can get it on their neck, that's a sensitive area for being tasered. Most people cannot take that. Or I forgot the other part. Like somewhere in your leg, you're really highly sensitive to the taser, and then I want to say like the ribs almost or something like that. I can't remember. There's like pressure points for like being tasered where you feel it more in other spots. I guess I don't know. What's a cryptid that scares me the most? That's a good question. I gotta think about this. The cryptid that scares me the most. The one I would least likely to encounter. Or I would least likely want to encounter. Probably a Wendigo, if I had to say one. Just because they seem to be more aggressive and more bloodthirsty. So I probably want to, like, I would like to see a Bigfoot. I would like to see a Mothman. I'd fuck with Dogman a little bit. But, like, Skinwalker, if I see it in animal form, I wouldn't mind that. But, Wendigo? Nah. What would I do if I encountered a, Oh my god. That's female Dill. Post that female Dill on Reddit. That's fucking funny. What would I do if I encountered a Bigfoot? Would you post a video like Peter King saying you didn't get a rimmer? Yes. If the Bigfoot had sex with me and raped me, then I would just, make a video like Peter King did, and I would probably cry because it'd be a terrifying experience. If I actually encountered a Bigfoot, I'd keep my distance. I would film it. I would try to get as close as I could I would try to get actual footage of this motherfucker. Like I wouldn't want to get too close, but I would want to get close enough where I can actually fucking see it. And I'm not filming through bushes and shit. You know what I mean? But sometimes that's all you can do. You lead to your old Twitter. Follow me on Twitter. Refollow me on Twitter if you probably already do. But just refollow me and I'll see what your Twitter is and I'll follow you. What's the most powerful cryptid? Caterpillar Man. Caterpillar Man is the most powerful cryptid. He is the leader of the dark cryptids. And he could wipe out the entire race by himself, practically. Gotcha. Welcome back, Big Cole. If you could choose to prove an anomaly, I cannot say that word, what the fuck? Anomaly, right? Anomaly. Which one would you pick? Like, you would have definite proof. Like anomaly as in like a cryptid kind of, right? I would say Bigfoot. Bigfoot's the one I would want to prove the most. Because he is probably the most popular and the one I'm most interested in. What is your worst nightmare? Getting eaten by a shark. Yeah, that'd be the worst. And I don't fear water, but the ocean is a pretty fucking scary place. I would feel uncomfortable jumping in, like being far out in the ocean and jumping in. I would feel uncomfortable because it's like you can't. A lot of times when you're in the ocean, you can't see a shark until it's right there. Like it's too late. Don't get me wrong. I would jump in the ocean, but I would probably only do it once, and that'd be good. Just say I did it, but. Getting eaten by a shark would be fucking horrible because it's not as quick of a death as what you think it might be. You might, if you're lucky, it rips your leg off pretty fucking quick and you bleed out and it's over. But getting thrashed around underwater by a giant shark, like sharks are fucking big. It'd be either that or an alligator, crocodile. It's probably equal, like they're tied. Crocodile might even be. I'd say shark is probably edges into crocodile a little bit, but do you want to join a cheese god cult? What are the requirements to be in this cult, and what do we do? What's up, Ashlyn? Seeing Dill's worst nightmare is getting pegged by Ed. Yeah, I mean, that would be an awful experience. It doesn't have to be just by Paco, by anybody. I mean, I would hate that in every way. You're also going to be drowning again. Exactly, that's the thing. And people always say drowning is a peaceful death. It's fucking not. That's the biggest myth of all time. People always think drowning is a peaceful death. It's not. It's horrifying and painful. It's very painful. It's not fun. They actually, and I have always said this, I would rather be burned alive, and I think everyone would, even though you might not know it, than drowning, because it's a quicker death, and it's less painless. And I know it sounds fucking horrible to get burned alive, but if you're fully engulfed, your nerve endings are burned off in a matter of like 15 to 30 seconds or something like that. So yeah, it is excruciating pain for a few minutes, but you actually suffocate before you burn to death. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can't breathe. I mean, from what I've heard, people who have drowned, it is horrible. It's not fun. It's almost probably the scariest way to die. One of the scariest ways to die is drowning. So yeah, drowning, no. It's not peaceful. Don't ever believe anyone that says that. It's not. It's a struggle for your life the entire time. Even if you're sitting there, just sitting there, it's still scary. Like, it's still... You basically feel like you're on fire, because from what people say. Imagine taking that one last couple. Yeah, at some point you're gonna have to fucking inhale, and that would be a very, very uncomfortable fucking. Ugh. It's just panic. Yeah, it's just pure chaos and panic, and it's not painful. It's agonizing. Yeah, like, well, there is pain. Like, there is pain involved. Like, people say it feels like you're burning alive when you're drowning, because like your body's on fire. It's kind of like when you're working out really hard and your body's on fire. It's kind of similar, but worse, like dialed up to 11. Yeah, it's also like a feeling helpless, yeah. And see, I love water. I'm a great swimmer. I think it's family genes. I don't know, but I grew up in the water. I can swim fucking excellent. I can hold my breath for a very well. I can't hold my breath for right now for very long. But when I was a kid, oh shit, I could fucking swim for hours a day. And that's what I would do every day. You getting eaten alive by bears when she was on the phone? Yeah, I think so. Is it the husband and wife that was killed? Bears would also be like probably one of my next big fears because they are so massive. Now, a lot of people might get lucky, and the bear will hit you right. Like if it swipes your face, it could break your neck easily. You know what I mean? Like it could kill you. Or if it steps on you on your neck, it could break your neck and you could die. But a lot of times people don't get that lucky, and the bear will eat you alive, and their claws are huge. Like the perk about getting killed by a tiger or a lion is that they would just break your neck instantly. It's a very quick death. Cats kill you very quick, because cats are like killers, where a bear is not. They're just kind of like savages. So getting killed by a tiger wouldn't be that scary, because you wouldn't even... It would be over before you even knew it. You wouldn't even really have time to react at all. Maybe you might feel... I bet you wouldn't feel that much pain, to be honest with you. It'd be a pretty painless death, because it just happens so fast. The adrenaline would kick in, and it wouldn't... My nipples out? Yeah. There it is. Yeah, a grizzly could easily fucking like decapitate you with a swipe. Like they're so powerful. Same goes for like a gorilla, a silverback gorilla. Dying by one of those would be pretty fucking terrifying. Because they will bite. They do bite their like they'll kill you by beating to you, but they will bite you like as a fucking form of defense. So and like their teeth are huge. Ugh. I was a lifeguard for yeah. When kids fucking around pretending to drown always piss me off. Oh, it pissed me off so much. They do it all the time. They just sit there and float. Like, we had a small pool, the one I worked at, so I kind of knew everyone that was there. I've never heard of the black magic book, The Knowledge Sun. Couple more minutes of the stream. Winter's here. What's up, Winter? How you doing? How's life? How you been? You've been shot before? I don't know. I've seen people be shot like on live PD, and it depends where you get shot. Like it does burn apparently really bad when you get shot, but it all depends where you get shot too. I mean. If your body goes into shock, you kind of don't feel pain. If adrenaline kind of kills a lot of pain, like, so it just depends, I guess, where you get shot and how conscious you are. But I've never been shot, so I can't speak from experience. I think it just depends, though. I think I've heard of it being very painful, but it just depends. Sometimes like adrenaline fucking has made people do some crazy things, like while mortally wounded. Same thing with animals. You'll see animals where they'll be like having their intestines ripped out, and it's just adrenaline that's keeping them alive. It doesn't last long, but it does. You were shot in the leg in Afghanistan with I mean, that must have been a fucking big bullet. See, that's different because you're in an intense environment, so it's probably like you probably had adrenaline rushing through your body like a motherfucker. So I could see that why it would be painless. But yeah, it's definitely not painless for long. Like you said, after surgeries, that would be very, 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 very painful, sore. What's up, Revelation Files? From Dublin, Ireland? Just another few minutes in stream, guys, and then, after this song's done, I think we're going to end it. 3 minutes. 3. What's next? We're ending the stream right now, but we are gonna like for another. Let's see, we got another about a minute or 2 minutes. I mean, hope you are well and safe. Have you seen the crazy astral-looking beings I'm showing off on my channel? I have not. No. I'll have to check it out, man. You were busy with a ukulele lesson? It sounds fun. No worries, Coco. No worries, man. Alright, take care. Texas Panhandle, because you're not Alaskan Gold Rush. It's a lie. It's a false name. I will never call you that. But take care, brother. Appreciate you as always. Just knows Paco. Yeah, he's just chilling in the background. He's vibing. He's just vibing. Say hi to Winter. Don't be rude. You still gonna make me act up? Feel cute tonight. Oh, that's funny. Paco, hi. What's up, AJ the DJ? We're just ending the stream here, unfortunately, but the stream will be replayable. I think it has to like render some shit. Like it'll be up in like 20 minutes or something like that. I don't know what it usually takes, but if you guys are just tuning in, you're missing the stream. Go ahead and rewatch it. We watched some creepy fucking stories and shit. Sleep paralysis. What else did we watch? Creepy Craigslist ads. You're working on a song for Colin. Keep it down low. Keep it down low. I'm excited to hear this song, Big Cole. I like when people make music. It's funny. I want to see Nick Oxford was going to make a song, but it's still not done. Still not done. Still not done. I mean, I can't talk. I was also making a song and it's still not done. But it's because of COVID. It would have been out, man. But now, like, oh, sucks. Used to get. Did you ever see anything, Winter? Did you ever see anything when you had sleep paralysis, like creatures or anything? The dildo. Why did you scroll? What do you mean? What dildo? Alright, Nick, thanks for tuning in, brother. Join the Hentai Council? What is the Hentai Council? Got a crazy looking one of woman wearing a white shirt and hat. She is showing off her body. It's mad. Do you know of anything like that could be? Not off the top of my head, no. What is a Hentai Council? You wake up with scratches and headaches? That sounds not good. Winter, you probably have a demon living inside you. Join it and you'll know all the knowledge of the universe. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what hentai is. What is hentai council? Sounds like some kind of weird Spanish food or something. Is it a noodle? Hentai? Hentai noodles? No worries, Big Cole. Appreciate you as always. You will see the face of God. Hentai is anime porn. Oh. Anime. It sounded like a Chinese noodle or some shit. Or some kind of weird, like, you know. I don't watch anime, so I wouldn't know. I've heard people say hentai before, but I don't know what it. I've never knew what it was. Well, I don't watch hentai porn. I'm sorry, I just don't. All right, guys. Make sure that you follow my Reddit and my Twitter. So I'm gonna post some links here. We do Reddit reviews once a week, usually every Sunday night. So I'm gonna post a link here. If you're not in the Reddit, you should join it. Okay, that was badass. I just accidentally saw a post that Nick Oxford posted, and it is fucking badass. Okay, here's the link to this. So join that if you haven't already. Your fan base is wild. Yeah, my fan base is wild. At the end of streams, we go, I like that, and I'm cool with it. Like, by the way, but at the end of our streams, we go fucking branch off like a root system. Like, we go off in all directions. It used to be worse. It used to be way worse. We used to have some weird ass fucking conversations. Sometimes I have paralysis. When Dill holds me down, I wake up feeling... Okay. What the fuck? Nah, man. Nah. Oh, my God. I'm straight, homie. I'm straight. I'm straight. I like women. Women are just my cup of tea, you know. And, if you like men, that's cool. It's cool. But, I mean, women are my thing, you know. I like girls. I like boobies. I just do. Winter with a $50 donation... right out of the blue. Okay. First of all, I love you, Winter. Secondly, we're gonna extend the stream a little bit because Winter, I will not end the stream on a donation like that unless I am fucking dying of tiredness or something. But we're gonna extend the stream at least half an hour because Winter is just my favorite. I love Winter. $50. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. I'm gonna get another beer. It's also the fact because Winter joined in at the end of the stream, and I feel bad. I didn't get to hang out with Winter at all. Our savior. Yeah, Winter and Eli are just like the gods of the chat. They kind of keep everything. They make everything possible, really. Oh, that fucking post by Nick Oxford is so badass. But yeah, make sure to follow that. I think those who join on the stream are all girls. No, we got a lot of guys on here. There's not all girls. We only have we have more guys than girls easily. We only have a few girls. Boys only. There's no girls allowed in the stream. You have, oh. Why am I thinking that you were a dude? So you're a female. More acceptable. More acceptable, Ashlyn. I guess Ashlyn is a girl name. I don't know why I thought you were a guy. I have LeBob and Vagina. Vagine? Trans. know how to answer that. No, what? How? I mean, boys only. Weenies only. If you have a weenie, you're allowed. Simple as that. I'm not just right down the middle. My dad is trans? I mean, I don't think he is. Oh, you're responding to Underspace guy? Yes, no. I just Underspace. You're very mysterious, Mr. Orange Underspace. When I get a computer, I'm going to get Discord. Industrial Ships here. What is up, Industrial? Glad to see you, buddy. God, I gotta stop saying buddy. You guys gotta start correcting me. Tell me to stop when I say buddy. I don't like when I say it. No worries, Industrial. No worries at all, man. One of my friend's dad is trans, and she still calls him dad. Her dad is hotter than I am. I got hair in my mouth. It'd be a very weird thing. I have no issues with trans. I mean, they're not my cup of tea, but like, if one of your parents, if someone you knew your whole life changed genders, that would be a pretty shaking thing, or a shookish thing. I don't know. That would be weird to deal with, I guess. I don't know. I don't know how. I don't think I can handle it. Like, if especially one of your parents. You have an addiction. Well, so do I, buddy. Join the club. God, I said buddy again. Fuck me. Buddy just rolls off the tongue so easy. You know what I mean? Yeah. See, but then they get offended sometimes when you call them like a he when they're trying to be a girl. I don't know. It was weird. Buddy. Girls can be buddies too. If you call your girl buddy, I mean, want to do a Q&A if my mic sounds good? Probably not going to do a Q&A tonight just because my Discord is, I mean, I'm going to have to fuck with it. I have to reset it because my mic got fucking disconnected that one stream, and I don't feel like fucking with that right now. But we can do a Q&A someday in the future for sure. I know you guys like doing those, so. A gambling addiction? All right, Winter, you got to spill the tea. What's your addiction? If you don't call your girl buddy, you're gay. What? I mean, how do you reckon? My wife is like pretty. I call her buddy all the time. I haven't met her yet, but you're a girl and you have thick black eyebrows like your dad, or thicker eyebrows than your dad. Winter has an addiction to shopping. Winter got that Big Deal merch, though. Shout out to Winter. The shirt's still holding up, by the way, Winter. And you get the shirt and socks, right? The blue socks and the purple shirt. There's nothing wrong with buddy, I guess. I just say it so often. Like, I say it way too much. And I don't know who I heard say it. But, buddy, I don't know. Paco is a boy, so he is not your wife. No, I'm not married to that ugly-ass creature back there, no. Okay, buddy. Flex. I can't. I don't have no muscle, I'm fat. Your brother took the socks because they feel good? I mean, they look like they were good quality socks, to be fair. Yeah, Ash, you gotta get some, You gotta get the, what the fuck was the one I made? I want to see someone with a tank top. I'm still I want to get a tank top. I wish if I could, and someday hopefully on the website they allow it, I want to make hats. I want a fucking Big Dill hat so bad. And I could go and make my own hat and have them sent it to me, like, from a different company or some shit, like, online, but I don't know. They're nice. Good. That's good. Eli said he liked the quality of his sweatshirt, so I'm happy. I'm just happy that they're good. I mean, I chose, like, they give you the materials and you're making merch. Like, do you want the cheaper material, which makes you more money? There's a medium material, and then there's a nicer material. And I went with the nicer one because I wasn't making the merch for money. I was just making it so that I could expand my brand for people wearing that shit. You know what I mean? That's more valuable than earning $50 on merch or whatever it is. So, I just made my merch as cheap as I could. Let me. I only get, like, I think the sweatshirts are the most expensive, obviously. They're like $50. And I think profit-wise, I only made $7 off of it. Like, I could make, like, I could have charged $80 for them and made, like, $30 or some shit like that. You'd buy a Big Deal hat? Yeah, I think a lot of people would buy, I just wish I could, oh, yeah, I wish I could. I do have potential new designs. I have offers for people to make new logos and designs like that, so if you guys got any recommendations, be sure to let me know sometime. My nip slip. Don't be looking at my nipples. My nips. My nipples always falling out my tank top. How is your probe? I don't have a probe. I don't know what you're talking about. You should sell your facial pubes, and we could wear your mustache hair as merch. Oh my god, that's disturbing. My facial pubes. Okay, what? My beard and my mustache. Okay, not facial. They're not facial pubes. All right, this is a thick mustache, and it's a nice thick little beard. All right. That would be very disturbing if you guys tried doing that. I would actually probably call the cops. I'd be like, what the fuck? I mean, that would be scary. That would actually creep me out. I don't want to sell them. If someone bought my body hair, I would be concerned. We're just going to stream for another 15 minutes or so. We extended it because Winter donated $50 big old dollars. So, sell your other... No, I'm not selling pubes. I'm not selling any hair. Period. Do I like hairy womans? I mean, it just depends. I don't like fucking, like, leg hair thicker than Amazon... I mean, no, I don't like leg hair, period. I just don't care for leg hair on women. Someone donate 1,000. You can only donate. Winter and Eli found this out, which is so bizarrely dumb to me that you can only donate 500 in a stream. Yeah, 500 in a stream, which is so bizarrely stupid. I don't understand why they would limit a donation. I don't know. Matthew Sterner. Yeah, Slayer Soul. You do not want my actual hat. This hat does not smell good. It smells like sweat, vehicle grease, oil, and other, like, dirt from my job. But it's just my hat, man. It's my lucky work hat. It's dirty. It's not as smelly. It's a smelly hat, man. I don't sweat from the head that much. I don't sweat that much. Like, my hair, I don't know if it's my hair that keeps me from sweating. I don't usually sweat from my hair. Never have. You should not only be able to donate how much you want, YouTube should not take any cut of a donation. I don't understand that. Maybe, like, if you want to take 3% of a donation, okay, whatever. But, like, YouTube takes 30% of a donation, which is stupid. Why? It's a donation for a reason. They're donating to the creator, not YouTube. Not YouTube at all. YouTube makes enough money with advertisements from these channels where you can't, like, to donate to a YouTuber, you have to be a monetized channel. Meaning that you have ads on your channel. So if I have ads on my channel, why are they taking a cut in my donation money? That just seems so, and 30% is such a big-ass number. That's ridiculous. I don't know who came up with that and why. But you have to remember, YouTube is a billion-dollar, or like one of the biggest companies in the world, and they definitely do not need to just take money. They earn enough every year. It's crazy. If you ever hit big, would you be down to go on Joe? Dude, if I ever got invited on Joe Rogan, abso-fucking-lutely. What? Yeah. I mean, it'll never happen, but yeah, I mean, for sure. If Joe Rogan was like, hey, big deal, I want you on my podcast, I would be there in a fucking heartbeat. I do have a Patreon, actually. It's on my, it's linked on my YouTube. I do have Eli Buckmaster, Ivan Hernandez, and I can't remember. I have 3 Patreon supporters. If I win the lottery, I'm gonna tell people a time travel gave me the numbers. That would fuck with a lot of people. That'd make headlines. What is going on in chat right now? What is this? What is this? What is this? What are you guys on about? Two very odd. Like, how much do you get from merch? Not a lot. Like, I made it so that they're cheap, like affordable. Because when I buy merch from YouTubers or like anyone, I hate when they're like $90. It's like, it's a ripoff, really, and no one wants to spend that. Like I said, it's I get more from the sweatshirts, obviously, because the sweatshirts like I think $50 some, but that's just because of the material they are. They're like a nice material for a sweatshirt, and the people who make them get the money more than I do. I think I get 20% of that cut, and I get like 17% for the rest of them. But I think it's more valuable to place your logo and your name on people who are gonna. It's basically like free advertisement every time they wear that out. And I think that's more valuable than just making, $50. Long term, obviously. So you're telling me you only made $160? Let me see. Somewhere it tells me how much I've made on it, but I don't. I don't understand how this works, but I've made $57 off merch. That's how much I've made. Off of 4 products. So yeah, I don't make a lot of money off it, but like I said, it's not what it's about. The merch is more of just you guys being able to wear stuff and you can afford it. Donation money is where I make most of my YouTube money, which is why I have what I have, for setup wise, and it's why I have this camera here. which is a nightmare to get, but it's definitely not cheap. Did I get free merch yet? No, I got an email from them. I don't think it's completely free even for me. Like, I get like a huge discount, like I think 50% off. But I've just been procrastinating. Like, I need to just go buy. I want to get the tank top. I usually wear tank tops when I'm home alone. Like, I wear this shirt every time I stream most of the time, just because it's like, I just wear it from like 8 o'clock at night to midnight. It's just like my night shirt. And I like wearing tank tops because it's hot out in the summer. So I want a tank top, a big deal tank top. I'm gonna get one. Would you still be down for once Joe Rogan's handing the DMT? What does that mean? What do you mean? About another 5 minutes on stream, guys. Another 5 minutes on stream. I've done a lot of interviews before. I shouldn't say a lot, but I've done a few interviews. Obviously with the Travel Channel and what's that guy, that big YouTuber that quit or disappeared randomly? I know he changed his name to Red Hot Punch, but it used to be called something else. I can't remember what it was. So with Winter's donation today, you've only made $16. I don't know, what's 30% of 50? Like, I don't know. YouTube takes 30%, so what's 70% of 50? It's more than $16. Whatever 70% of $50 is. But it adds up, like when Eli and Winter, there was like a stream where they both donated $500 or some shit. That, I mean, I've made quite a bunch of money from YouTube, and I've noticed that actually the original Skinwalker video makes me like $100 every week alone, just from the views it still's getting. Like, I make $100 a week just off that video. That's not counting the one that follows up. So like, I make probably $200 a week total from all my videos, combined, just accumulating views. It'd be $350, right? $350 or $375? I can't remember. It might, but I could be wrong. Let me look it up. I could be. For some reason, maybe it's not 30%. I thought it was. YouTube donation. Oh, this fucking song. Why is this a creepy song? I could be wrong. Let me look it up. I know they take a cut, but maybe it's not 30. How much does YouTube take from donations? It is 30%. They take 30% of it. Yeah. But from what I heard also is that channels that get a lot of donations, and if you are a channel that makes YouTube money, they're less likely to demonetize you. I thought that was, I mean, it makes sense. Unless you're like really offensive or, just really cancer, but I've heard of that being a thing. I should sell my bathwater. I don't take baths, so I mean, $35 is 70% of it. There you go. I'm not good at math, so thank you, Man Moose, for the math work. Yeah, it's really like ridiculous that they Yeah, the YouTube algorithm is its own science. That's very true. It's weird. I mean, I had a GoFundMe, but GoFundMe also takes a fucking cut. I don't think it's 30%. I don't know what it is. I can't remember, but it's like, it might be 15 or 10. Patreon is the only thing I think. Does Patreon take a cut? I don't know if they do. But I don't think you can just straight up donate on Patreon. You have to, like, subscribe for, like, $25 a month or something. You can't just, like, donate money. YouTube is kind of like, yeah, greedy as fuck. Like, I don't understand why they need to even. I'll never understand it. I've always been kind of frustrated with that. But I should set up an OnlyFans. Doing taxes with YouTube is a nightmare though, because it's like they send you this form. You got to send out like a separate form. I forget what it's called. And it's like you have to go to your channel. And you have to know all these numbers and shit, and you have to know how much money you've made. First of all, which the form tells you, but it's interesting to see. I'm interested to see what it'll be this year. I think over total, I've made over $7,000 since I started doing, like, since my channel's monetized. Can you show when someone was trying to break into my house? I haven't gone back to watch that. You can't. I know we couldn't hear the fucking guy tapping on my window or banging on my window. PayPal charges you to send money as well. Yeah, see, I understand some. Like, I understand them wanting to make some money. So, like, if you took 5% of a donation, or like a. But then I don't know. Like Cash App doesn't, does it? Or maybe it's like 25 cents or something like that. But if someone was like, "Hey, can I have $5?" and I send you $5 and Cash App takes 10% of that, it's like, well, I didn't really send you $5, so why? But I don't know if Cash App takes it or not. I've sent people money on Cash App before, but I don't know. You should always get drunk if you have the option to. I feel like a few people would pay for an OnlyFans. For sure. Oh, Cash App does. Okay, thank you, Ash, for that. That makes sense. I was going to say, I didn't think Cash App did, but. So it's a tax to the payer, but not the person receiving. That makes sense. I don't use PayPal. I use Cash App if I'm ever paying someone for whatever reason, but I don't use it that often, so I usually fucking forget. It is nice though when you like you don't have cash and be like, I'll just Cash App you fucking $25 or whatever they're wanting. Couple more minutes, guys, then we're ending the stream. My cat's looking at me with a very disturbed look on her face. The ugly cat, not my good one. Looks like a demented cat. No. Stay back. Make an OnlyFans? I'm not going to make an OnlyFans. Not happening. About another minute in the stream, guys. Yeah, it might be Hannah. I'm not sure, to be honest. I haven't seen Hannah in a while. It makes me concerned. But yeah, I'm gonna try. Like, we've been on streaming schedule for a little bit. Like, usually my normal streaming schedule now is Wednesday, Sunday, but we've been off recently. Do a cat reveal. Oh, I'm not gonna show you my ugly cat because I don't like her. I'll do my little baby. This is my youngest baby. She's my baby girl. I've had her since she can fit in my hand. She loves Dad. Look at the camera. Hey. Look up here. Tessa. She's just a baby still. She's just a little kitten. She's very cuddly, and she likes to sit in my lap at night and watch YouTube with me. Come here. But she's antsy. Quit. You ain't got nothing better to do. You're a freeloader. You get free rent, free food. Now she's whining. She's a chubby little cat. She don't eat much, but she got a little chubby to her. She is. She's just naturally kind of tubby. She's a little tiny short cat. She's a munchkin. Say hi. Don't look so grumpy. God. I picked her up. She was sleeping when I picked her up, so she's kind of grumpy. But she loves people. She loves humans. If I have a visitor over, she'll want to come say hi. I'll let you go. You gotta wink into the camera, okay? Okay, you can go. Go sit on Paco's lap. Yeah, she's a cute cat. She won't scratch or bite or hiss. She knows better. She's not a mean cat. The nicest cat I've ever met. She knows when she's in trouble. She has her pouty face. She doesn't care for cryptids much, but she does like I'll be watching my videos on one screen. I got 3 monitors here. Right here, and right there. And I'll be watching my YouTube videos and doing work or whatever. And she'll come sit on my lap and sit up on the desk, like just looking at the screen right in front of her. So I'll put on a mouse video and it just shows mice, like eating seed. And she'll watch that. And we just hang out. And she is kind of grumpy because she likes her naps. She just has she kind of has a resting bitch face, but she's really not that mad. Protect her with your life. Yeah, I mean, she's my little test baby, you know? Leave her alone, she deserves everything for free. Yeah, she's a brat. She's definitely a brat cat. Right now she's protesting her niblets. She doesn't like her niblets, so she's protesting them, but I don't care if she's eating them. We don't deserve... No, cats are awesome. Oh, cats are awesome. I love cats. You might get a hairless cat. That, I don't know about that. I mean, if you like them, go for it. They need love too. It's not gonna be for me. I think they look like nasty ass ball sacks. But if you love a hairless cat, good for you. Fun facts: cats actually. That's not true. That is not true. Cats are actually very defensive over humans. There's actually, you can watch a lot of clips of, especially if you give a baby, like a human baby, to a cat, they will see it as their own baby. Like if there's a lot of videos where little kids will be outside playing and a dog comes up to them. Cats will not let anything come up to their. They see it as their kids, and they're very protective of especially children. But my cat, yeah, I know my cat loves me. She loves her cuddles and snuggles. She likes to be held. They don't show it in the same way dogs do. Oh, my cat acts like a dog. She just all up, just wants to see where I'm doing up in my business and just looks at me. She likes hugs, but most cats kind of seem like dickheads, which is hilarious to me. I don't know if I should show this video before I end this. Monty, no. This is probably one of the all-time greatest clips on YouTube. This is what we're going to end the stream with. This is why cats are amazing. No! Monty, no! Fucking.
Monty, no, honey!
No! I like how it picked the highest place on the fucking apartment to puke. That is fucking comedy gold. Oh, cats are hilarious. They just, I love how their demeanor is. I'm a cat guy. I just like cats. I think they're fucking hilarious animals. But yeah, guys, we're gonna end the stream there. Follow my Twitter. Follow my Reddit if you're not already there. We'll be streaming Sunday night, hopefully. I'm trying to get back on schedule. I've been off schedule. Yeah, right? That is a fucking hilarious video. I love that. Monty, no! No, honey! But yeah. I will see you guys Sunday night. It's Thursday, isn't it? Yeah, it's Thursday. So I will see you Sunday night. Take care. Remember to stay safe. Wash your booties. Don't get the coronavirus. Avoid Wendy's restaurants at all costs because they are trash. And yeah, guys, with that out of the way, we'll see you Sunday.